Welcome everyone to the fucking GCW show. I'm your co-host Chad. With me as always is the Mike Bellcaster. Mike, what is going on, dude?
Jack shit, man. Feeling like summer today. It's like fucking 55 out. I'm not even wearing a jacket. We lifted our mask mandate finally. I was able to walk around
Finally.
the store with my balls out, my face out, and just having a good time, man.
I think you're wearing your mask the wrong way.
Shit. No wonder why everybody's been staring at me weird for the last 2 years.
Yeah, man. If anyone's listening on the podcast, please give us a subscribe on Apple and Spotify. Go over to YouTube. We usually go live with these two. Give us a subscribe on YouTube. We appreciate it. If you leave a comment, talk to us, jump in the comments, say hi. We don't bite.
Hell yeah.
Good weekend. Very good
Great
weekend. Austin.
Hell yeah. Our
Good evening, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us, dude. Always appreciate
good to see you back.
Yeah. Austin left us a awesome review on Apple. Greatly appreciated, my friend.
I don't know if I sent you stickers, but if I didn't, hit me up in the DMs and I will have those out to you tomorrow, my friend.
Yeah. And dude, GCW this weekend, a lot of good story, a lot of laying the groundwork for the months to come. We're going to get into it. Just your overall take on the weekend, Mike. What'd you think of the shows? Just overall.
Dude, I can't say it enough. Every show keeps getting better and better. And I felt like I went into it thinking that it was Friday, right? Yeah, Friday show was going to be the tops. And Saturday show totally did a 360 and fucking brought it right back. And I think they did more storytelling on Saturday show than they did Friday show. Friday show was kind of like your standard GCW show. Saturday set up the layout, for the future. There was a little storytelling back and forth, but it just, it was a good time, really good time.
Yeah, good matches. The only thing, not to be negative right out of the gate, because we're going to have all of our top stories we're going to get to here in just a second, but like, man, they have to fix this audio issue.
Oh my God. And it's worse. Who's the girl that was doing the ring announcing?
Is it she works with Fightful, and
I can't think of what her name is. Denise something. Fucking do not put the mic right in your face and like she's popping left and right. Craziness. I was not a fan. And listen, like you said, when they leave that showboat, they venture out to different arenas, their audio is fucked all over the place.
Yeah, man. And this was like really, I think like maybe the worst sound. I have like opening match, the first night they started with a BRISCOES match, which is kind of became the BRISCOES is almost like the Young Bucks. They kicked the night off.
Yeah.
For GCW.
They fucking killed it, by the way. I didn't write them
great
down in the
match.
Notes, but
Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Fucking awesome, man.
But like in my notes, I'm like, sound is fucked right from the jump. Emil J's mic's cutting out, popping, and even like the second night when Joey Janela's on the mic, you can see him looking back to the sound like, dude, I'm trying to talk here. He keeps like, he does a good job of kind of playing to it and making it seem like they keep cutting his mic.
Yeah.
But like, man, at a certain point, the sound becomes, I get it. They're an independent promotion, but they're making steps. They're the independent promotion.
Yeah.
I love all the steps they're making. But if sound is an issue, and it usually is, at a certain point, it becomes an even bigger issue because it's not working. And I know GCW is all about the live experience, like being there in the room. But if the sound is shit on your live stream, like, and it's consistently an issue,
work on it.
You got to try and fix it.
Yeah, hot tag somebody in, fucking, there's a million people out there that I'm sure know how to fix, an audio issue like that. And like, don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, make it better.
Hire a sound guy, hire someone who you can bring in, who can like troubleshoot this stuff.
Yeah, even when Nick Gage got on the mic on the second night, it was like, "Yo, what's mother?" It was like, "Fuck, man!"
Right.
It takes away from the whole value of the show. Like it
And
really
it
does.
was,
It's
yeah, and it wasn't even just for the people at home, because I heard Kevin Gill and the other commentator, they were stepping on Emel's ring announcing because
yeah,
they couldn't hear him in their headphones.
and like
They
it's
even
not email's fault, but it just shits on everything that they do so well. You know what I mean? So
right,
you can make a beautiful cake, but if the fucking frosting don't taste good, it ruins the
right,
whole cake. You know what I mean? Like fucking
right,
make it happen, man.
right. So that's just a little bitching. It's so
On
red and
this,
black
we love it.
blood.
Yeah, see, it's the audio. Like it's not a non-fixable issue either. You know, hire a
No,
dude that knows how to work a fucking soundboard. You know,
yeah,
like I wouldn't mind
no,
hissing like
knows
a
how to
loud, "Woo,"
mix.
but it's who was it? I think Mance Warner too. When he got the microphone, it was hissing so hard at him, he was holding it back. Like fuck. And
Right.
he's, oh, okay, guys. You know,
The one good thing is, like, when they are in the body of a match, most of the time the commentary sound isn't the issue. It's whenever
no,
you're cutting a promo or you're ring announcing or the entrance music. You can't hear
yeah.
the entrance music a lot of times. Emel's cutting in and out, the mic's popping. So that's just, if I had one thing to improve GCW, it would be the sound quality.
100%. They just need like an engineer to come in and fucking fix everything. Like the audio should be in tune with the video you're seeing. You know, like when Tony Deppen comes out and We Built the City hits, I want to hear it too. You know,
Yeah.
just like you would when you were watching fucking, you know, AEW or WWE or whatever. Like you want to feel that shit. So like throw it into the audio mix.
Yeah,
You know, like
you need someone who can properly, like, I want to hear the music, but I also want to hear the crowd singing the music, like, to give
yeah,
you that experience. I feel like once they get a great sound guy who can properly mix what they're doing, they're going to be off to the races, man.
yeah. No,
That's the one
100%.
thing holding them back from being like a national. That's the only thing to me right now that's really keeping them from being that ECW to AEW's WCW and WWE, you know?
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. And like that was part of the fun with ECW is like kind of singing along with the songs, hearing the crowd go. That's what Austin's talking about right now. He's, you know, the music is the biggest bummer. You love hearing part of the song, the crowd pop. You know, it's just they gotta just figure it out. And I don't know if it's clearly a venue issue though, as well,
It,
because when they go to their home bases, shit sounds
a
tight.
little, yeah,
A
it's a
little
little better.
not super tight, but it's tight enough, you know.
Yeah, and I think maybe, like, we're being hard on it, but I think some of it is kind of the run and gun style of GCW, the outlaw
100%.
style. They're just coming in, setting up, they're trying to make as much money as possible without having this big overhead. So
Yeah.
I get that, but but there are steps you need to take to, and that's the one that it's a pretty resounding critique from fans outside of the hardcore.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Couldn't agree
So
with you more.
yeah, we've been all over that since the beginning of the show. But big top stories of the weekend. I say we kick it off with to me, probably the top story of the weekend, and that is Joey Janela turning on XPac, and we're seeing a new direction for the bad boy. So we had, you know, at Welcome to Heartbreak, the Friday night show, it was Janela and X-Pac against the major players, Brian Myers, Matt Cardona. And, we had, I love Cardona and Myers just throwing it back.
Yeah. They do a great
Um,
job. I know a lot of people give them shit, but even Chelsea, like I think the whole package is really it's entertaining, you know, it's fun, it
right.
adds value to the company. In more ways than one, like Cardona's on this roll right now, and a lot of it stemmed from GCW, but like I mean, look at him, he's got the NWA title now. He's
Yep.
kind of like flaunting, like, fuck this place, I'm better than here. I'm the broski dude. Come on,
Yeah.
man. Like, you know, like it's cool. And Brian Myers is kind of just following along with it. And Chelsea's just being this arrogant, you know, pompous girl that's getting in the ring with them. And like, she's like, oh, I'm selling the whole, like, it works. It's a good package, you know?
Yeah. So it was a great match. Like, you know, Janela, there was some great spots in it. We had, you know, XPac come out. He's wearing the WCW inspired NWO 6 shirt.
Love
Thought
it.
that was an awesome touch.
Which is now available on GCW's website to purchase. It's a official piece of the GCW merch. So, which makes me think that I know they don't sign contracts, but I feel like there's some contractual obligations for X-Pac here.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
so
yeah.
which is great. I'm more for it. I think X-Pac is a great worker, fun as
He looked
fuck to
great.
watch in the ring. He did look great, and I mean, compared to the last time we seen him work, like he's shredded a little bit more.
He looks
He's
healthy.
he looks healthy. He's not all fucked up.
Yeah.
He's doing good, so it's great. Yeah,
Yeah,
look at him. He's happy. I loved when the crowd rushed him.
Oh, yeah.
Like they do Nick Gage, you know, and like the smile on his face, like he was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, the crowd was losing their mind. And, you know, I got to have the Major Brothers when they enter, just you get the fuck you Cardona sign.
Yeah,
Obviously
perfect.
shreds that. They're just, I've never seen more middle fingers in my life than when they enter.
It's the best. And like I love when he digs into the kids and stuff like that. Like that big dude that was behind him, like, fuck you, dude. He's
Yeah.
just like, whatever,
Yeah.
you fucking Mark. Like
Yeah. And
I
dude,
love it.
they are the perfect heels for the GCW faithful, Austin. It's so true.
100%. Like you got two born bred WWE guys.
Yeah, they're
You know, and
superstars. I think Brian even
obviously,
referred to them as superstars.
yeah, the last couple of years have changed things a little bit more, a couple months. But like, no matter what, they're always gonna be like those fucking WWE guys. They come in like, and it works so damn well, man.
Yeah, and so many good spots. Like XPac really got an opportunity to show out. Like the spot,
Yeah,
the X Factor through the door. I believe that was the one that picked up the win, right?
yeah. And like, look how good he looks, man. He's wearing a belt so his trunks don't fall down. That's, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
He's taking care of his audio issue.
Yeah, and he had he had a really good spot, just showing kind of a tandem offense on the major players where he hits the spin kick on Brian Myers and then immediately sets up Cardona for the sit down power bomb.
Hell yeah.
So
what an
cool.
awesome spin kick he's got, man. Obviously,
best.
Obviously, like you got fucking top notch shit coming from X-Pac. Guy's been doing it for longer than these dudes have. Top level too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
one of my favorite programs he ever ran was when he did the 1-2-3 Kid versus El Generico. Right before Generico signed with WWE, and like that was, I wish they would have done it fucking 5 times because it was so good back and forth. And like, but he's coming back out of his shell. It's good to see him. Love a healthy, beautiful fucking ring work in X-Pac, man. Killing it, man. Absolutely killing it.
And we always talk about the packages that GCW puts together, and they had a really good package to lead up to this tag team match between the major players and XPac and Janela. Go ahead and show that. It's a great package.
Sometimes I don't get things. If I don't get it, doesn't mean it's not fucking great. I look to the younger people in our industry for guidance on what's fucking cool and you know where the business is heading. Because I was one of them, man. Like I was pushing trends and fucking blazing trails and shit, you know, when I was their age. So, anyways, man, it's just fucking cool. It's I love GCW. Yeah, it's fucking great.
I'll be ring ready next year.
Hey, it'll be interesting to see if we see another X-Pac run.
Everybody excited about that.
You got another run in you? I'm so excited for this. How did it come about?
Hammerstein Ballroom, I made history. I beat Joey Janela in the middle of that ring. And did I get to celebrate? Did I get to celebrate in front of my hometown crowd? No. Did I get to celebrate with my hot wife, Chelsea Green? No. Did I get to celebrate with my best friend, Brian Myers? No. Did I get to celebrate in front of my parents? No. Because the fucking 1, 2, 3 kid ruined it. You ruined it, Sean. You ruined my celebration.
You can tell us what to do. Yeah. You can tell us what to fire. Oh, Roman with the spinning heel kick. X Factor. What a moment. The world on GCW.
Los Angeles, GCW, welcome to Heartbreak, the major players against XPac and Joey Janela.
XPac and Sean Waltman. Lightning Kid, 1, 2, 3 kids. You fucked it up.
We're going to kill your comeback. But you're not going to heaven, Sean.
Fucked it up, Sean. And now, we're gonna fuck you up and Joey up!
You, Joey, and this 1, 2, 3 kid figure, you're gonna burn in hell.
I love these fucking guys. And we're here to take over fucking GCW once and for all.
See you in LA.
Awesome.
Great package. And, this was the main event of the first night, Welcome to Heartbreak. And I didn't realize it, but XPac said on commentary, they alluded to it. It's been 14 years since we've seen an injury-free XPac in the ring.
100% true, man. Guy was blowing out everything fucking, his last couple runs, the last couple of years on the runs, he was fucked up pretty hard and going hard, so that's cool. I thought he did a great job.
Dude, he looked quick. He looked really quick.
Yeah, really on top of his shit, man. But I love the promo. There's one thing Cardona is doing great is cutting those fucking promos, man. Burning the Hasbro, that fucking, at least the $300 figure autographed. Fuck, it goes up even more.
Yeah.
Hoppus, I love the attitude, man.
That thing was like up to $1,000 at one point, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure it's out over that,
Yeah.
But that's crazy.
And so XPac and Janela get the win. XPac gives love to GCW. He says he gives love to Brett and the roster, thanks everyone for letting him be a part of this. But he says this is his last match. He's like, man, I feel beat up right now. He's like, I think this is it for me. And he says that classic line. He says, if you ain't down with GCW, we got 2 words for you. And then Janela just does a despicable act.
What the hell? What the hell just happened? What part of the game is this?
Janela super kicks XPac.
Evil. How dare you? How dare you?
Just
that crowd fucking turned hard too. I don't remember what I was watching it on, but it was the aftermath. Because I was flying through the clips of the crowd throwing shit in the ring and like Janela started kicking dudes in the face. And then he got hit in the head with something from behind. So he walked up the aisle, was like, fuck you, motherfucker. And like, XPac almost got a bucket of fucking beer to the head at least like 2 or 3
Oh yeah,
times,
they're throwing their beers in, they're throwing the water bottles in.
The buckets were fucking terrifying because like one landed like a foot away from Sean Waltman's head, man. Almost killed the guy.
Yeah, and dude, he got the crowd, it looked like Hogan turning on WCW. The ring was littered in trash.
This was worse than when Cardona beat fucking Nick Gage.
Yeah,
because this crowd was fucking hot.
They were, and like Janela's their guy. He's kind of been the flag. Him and Nick Gage have kind of been the flag bearers of this company.
Yeah, 100%.
And for him to turn on them like that's kind of the talking point. Is we're seeing a new direction of Janela.
Yeah.
And the next night at the Coldest Winter on Saturday's show, the show opens up with Janela in the ring. And he's going to issue an apology. And they had graphics that said, Mr. Tiny Corn Dog, thank you for stopping in, dude.
What's up?
What
is up?
So
Loving it, man.
the Janela's in the ring, sitting in a chair. His head's in his hands. There's asshole chants. There's fuck you, Joey chants. I love it. He takes out a pack of smokes.
Perfect, man.
And fires up a cigarette right in the middle of the ring. And here's a piece of Janela's apology.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
You know, I don't like Matt Cardona, but maybe he was right. Maybe you are a piece of shit, man.
And they, in that clip, they kind of edited out what Janela said, but essentially after he said, I'm sorry, he goes on to talk about putting everyone over. Like anytime an old star would come out of retirement, anytime a person would be fired from a major company and come to GCW, he was always putting them ahead of himself, being selfless. And there's a lot of truth in that statement, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
I mean, we seen it with Scotty Too Hottie, you know,
Dr. Wagner
coming up soon, Barry Horowitz.
Yep.
You know, like
Yeah.
fucking Janela is doing favors, but like in a cool way. But he has been doing, you know, the job for other guys, especially a lot of the new people coming back in. And yeah, I loved his promo. You know, he's got this rock star fuck you mentality, which just kills it, you know.
Yeah.
Like even when he was sitting there with just a cigarette, taking a drag, not saying shit, you know, and just like poking around, and it's like, I'm sorry. Like it's the best. And like XPac, killer line. I don't like Matt Cardona,
but maybe
he's right. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah. And you know, Janela says the line, "Where are my fucking flowers?"
Oh, I loved it. Yeah.
and he says, you know, it's essentially the meat of his promo was, it's time for me to put myself first.
Yep.
Which I don't know how you felt about it, but the promo excited me for the future because it makes me think like maybe we're going to see a legit run. Maybe we're going to see, you know, kind of one of the major poster boys of GCW is actually going to go after a title.
Yeah, no, I hope so. I love Joey's work, man. I think he's fantastic. Totally fucking underrated. We talk about it time and time. You know, his dark matches were great. coming out of. I feel like he's coming out of that. He might sign a new deal with AEW, but GCW is home for him. Always has been. He never left it. Always been busting his ass there. I would love to see him maybe go up against Mox or AJ Gray. We'll see what happens in the future. Yeah, I'm here for it, man.
Yeah, and I love that he alludes to after March 31st, which is, I believe, when his AEW contract comes up. He was like, I don't know if I'm going to get checks in the mail anymore. I need to think about myself. And when XPac comes in, XPac instantly says, like, you want your flowers? I'll take your flowers and shove them straight up your fucking ass. And he challenges Janela. He's just the night before at Welcome to Heartbreak, Xbox talking about how that's it. He came back for one match and he's done.
Yeah.
Which was all a war. I think they're working us into a bigger feud,
yeah.
but X-Pac challenges Joey Janela for Spring Break on WrestleMania weekend.
It's gonna be great, man. That weekend is gonna be fucking insane for GCW. They got so much shows, not falling short of talent, not falling short of entertainment. They're gonna be running shit.
Yeah, man. And they just announced a midnight show called Planet Death that's going to be an all deathmatch show.
That's crazy.
So they have like 6 events on Mania weekend, which, I mean, they're killing it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the fun of Mania weekend, is really the outside shows of Mania. Right. There's always good independent shit going on there. GCW. I think Ring of Honor is Ring of Honor doing Super Card of Honor that for the first show back. Yeah. So like that, you got your first Ring of Honor show. You got fucking GCW girl rolling in strong. So it's gonna be really interesting to see what happens, man.
Yeah, and talking about Spring Break, it's taking shape, and that'll take us to story number 2. This weekend was really like a big step towards that weekend, kind of laying out some story for that weekend. And before we get into that, I just want to like throw a big a big positive, just a bunch of praise on the venue that they were in, which when we start our first episode of this show, we covered Blood on the Hills, which was in the same venue that they were this weekend. And the very poignant thing about that venue to me is it's the Ukrainian Cultural Center in Los Angeles. And now, state of the world, Ukraine's over there fighting their ass off against the Russians. It felt very fitting, considering kind of the fighting spirit of that culture. And we're in the Ukrainian Cultural Center in Los Angeles with all these guys laying their hearts in the ring. Absolutely. I thought it was a very poignant thing for the times we're in right now.
Yeah, no, badass. I don't know how the irony there fell into it. I don't know how long they've had this booked. Obviously, it's probably been a couple months, but like good shit, awesome shit,
Yeah,
and good for them. Fucking everybody keep kicking ass. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, man. So the first big story from Spring Break taking shape is AJ Gray. AJ Gray had a match on night 1 where he defended the Extreme Championship title against a returning ACH. ACH hadn't been in a GCW ring in over a year.
Yeah, I mean, ACH has been pretty off the radar besides a few independent shows since his fallout with WWE, which was huge.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was big news.
He went down fucking swinging when that happened.
Yeah, it was like a burning fucking plane dive bombing.
Yeah, he was literally, he built the bridge out of gas canisters and then fucking burned that shit down.
Threw a stick of dynamite on it.
I've known ACH. I've fucking worked with the guy. Unbelievably talented, awesome fucking dude. When he's calling out WWE on some bullshit, I'm like, yo, I fucking believe him. So I'm all with ACH. Awesome fucking match with AJ Gray, though.
Dude, he's a physical specimen, man.
Yeah, no, I seen him. First time I ever seen him wrestle was against Harry Smith. Oh. And fuck, like Harry, big dude, and ACH wasn't he was jacked, but he's not. He was still little, back then. This is like 10 fucking years ago. Unbelievable match. I was like, holy shit. I was like, blown away. So I see him I seen him on the card. I was like, yes, this is gonna be great, and all the props to him. This was a fucking banger of a match. AJ Gray, the motherfucking truth.
Dude, AJ Gray is such a tough bastard, man. Tough
He
as
is, man.
nails.
Yeah,
Like-
and like killing it right now. I'm loving his promos, his in ring work. He's just killing it right now, and him calling out fucking John Moxley. 'Cause
Yeah, so
he wants his flowers too, man.
yeah, he wants his flowers, and he has that Eddie. We say it. He has that Eddie Kingston vibe. He feels like he is kind of the road dog for GCW. He's never left. He's always been there. He feels like maybe he's got passed over a little bit. The guy really staked his claim at the end of this match. AJ Gray ends up beating ACH, and instantly, like, one before we get into the call out, I have to show ACH suplexed. We talk about him being a physical specimen. This dude, look at the feat of strength in that move,
Man.
because AJ isn't a small guy.
No, not at all. ACH is just built different, like literally. And I know that gets thrown out. That's like meme shit or whatever, but motherfucker is built different. Little dude coming out of Texas, like he's thug as thug gets, man. Like he's the sweetest dude outside of the ring. Like I took this motherfucker to Portillo's, GameStop when his first time in Chicago. He was loving it, and I was like, "Come on, man!" I was like, "You want to go see the Jordan statue?" He's a big basketball fan. He's like, "Hell yeah!" But like, you see him in the ring, something clicks. You know,
Yeah,
it's like just a beast of a fucking dude. But that match was so like, look, that fucking suplex was crazy. Like, yeah,
that was some Cesaro shit. You know, when
100%.
Cesaro will pick them up and just man strength them into the ring.
Yeah,
like unreal. Well, as soon as AJ gets that win, he gets on the mic and he has some words for Mox.
John fucking Moxley, see me at spring break, nigga. Now play motherfucking music.
love it, man.
I love it. Like, just raw. And then we talk about, you got to follow GCW on social media, because right after the event, he calls Moxley out in the ring, but they have a camera in the back, and we get a legit promo. This is where I see those Eddie Kingston similarities in these type of promos, because like, I buy in completely. This doesn't feel like a pro wrestling promo. This feels like a hardcore motherfucker really calling someone out to fight.
Yeah.
And
Turf Wars.
Turf Wars.
Going down.
Here we go. AJ Gray in the back. He has a message for John Moxley.
Here in GCW, it's only one motherfucking constant in this bitch. And you looking at him. Ain't no other motherfucking champion on every fucking show. Ain't no motherfucking person on every single show. Everybody has business elsewhere except fucking me, dog. So right now, it's my motherfucking time, boy. It's my motherfucking time to take what's mine, to take what I never lost 3 motherfucking years ago. John Moxley, I respect you as a wrestler, but nigga, I hate you right now, boy. You got my motherfucking property. And just know, I'm willing to die for what I got, and I'm willing to die for what I lost. Boy, you gonna see the motherfucking truth on spring fucking break.
The motherfucking truth. Spitting facts. Like, the fucking, for real, Tom, you want to talk about truth, man. Like, he's saying it. How many belts do you see every fucking weekend?
Right.
It's been AJ Gray every fucking, since Harpo's, whatever the fuck, going all the way through to now. Like, the guy's been working every weekend, man.
He's always there.
Weekend.
He's a workhorse. He's got the SGC crew behind him.
Yeah.
He's like, I mean, that's a title. That's the title guy. He's going after the world title. This isn't just a mid-card guy. Like, he's shooting his shot. He's the Extreme Champion. Now he wants the world championship. How do you see, like, just early discussion, how do you see this match going at spring break with Moxley?
You know, I kind of want a stipulation on it. You know, give us something crazy. Give us like a cage match or some shit like that, because GCW cage matches are fucking way different. You know, it's not a WWE cage match, so I'm cool with it. I don't know, man. I could see Mox holding his own, but I could also see AJ Gray fucking hitting that, getting the belt. You know, it's Mania weekend, it's GCW weekend. Fucking, I think he's going to be killing it, man.
It's going to be one of those matches where Brett Lauderdale is like,
please stop breaking the fucking chair.
he's gonna be protecting those chairs, man. Please don't break the chairs.
I think it was on night one. Somebody went to the crowd. I think it was during the Briscoes match, and they busted like 3 chairs right away. And that's the first thing it's loud about was, "Please stop breaking the fucking chairs, man!" It cracks me up.
Just racking up the chair totals in his head.
Those shits aren't cheap, man.
Cutting into our bottom line, guys. Come on.
There's why the audio issues are fucked.
Right,
the fucking
right.
chairs.
So great setup for Spring Break. AJ Gray, Moxley for the world title. Another great match came out of the match we already discussed with the major players going against XPac and Janela. Well, before that match started, Chris Dickinson was in the ring. He cut a promo where he's like, "Hey, I'm coming back at Spring Break." He found Josh Barnett in the crowd and he said, "Hey, I want Minoru Suzuki at Bloodsport." And you see Josh Barnett says, "Done deal." They make the match. And then that fucking entrance song of Cardona's hits interrupts Dirty Dickinson, and they come out. And I think that kind of pissed off Chris Dickinson. He's still hanging out in the ring. He goes so hard on Cardona in that.
Oh yeah.
He's calling his wife a hoe. He's calling Chelsea a hoe. I love that he looks at Cardona, takes the mic, and Cardona kind of hits back pretty nice where he's like, "I don't even know who the fuck you are."
It's the magic of Cardona.
Yeah,
I think beforehand Dickens was like, "Oh, I'm not hanging out with the fucking catering crew here."
Right.
And like I popped so hard for it, man. And Brian Myers like, "What the fuck, guy?" Like,
yeah. And since the weekend, Cardona has went on social media and he said that Chris Dickinson looks like an uglier, less successful John Silver.
Oh, that's fucking that's brutal, man. It's brutal. Cardona's got fucking quick wit, man. He's great when he talks shit. I love it more and more. Yeah,
he's like the king troll of selling matches through social media.
Absolutely.
And Dickinson, the crazy thing in Dickinson's promo before Cardona interrupts him, he's talking about, "Hey, the doctors told me it's 6 to 8 months easy, and I'll be returning in 5 months. 5 months to the day of my injury, I'll be coming back." And Chris Dickinson, for those that don't know, the guy, he's not just a GCW guy. He is a GCW original, but he's also been New Japan. Like the guy is a very like strong style performer.
Talented dude, man.
I love when he went in on Cardona. You know, Cardona saying he's the deathmatch king. We built this place. And Dickinson's like, "Dude, me and my friends built this fucking company for you to come in on." So there's a lot of like stakes, like bragging rights here.
Great rivalry.
Yeah. I feel like this is going to be a very, because we've all heard people say that Cardona works pretty snug.
Yeah.
So with him and Dickinson, I feel like they're really going to lay their shit in when they meet at Spring Break.
Listen, if you're Cardona and you're running your mouth the way you do, you're cutting these promos against fucking mainstays of the company, you better be working snug and stiff.
Yeah, dude. What a fun match to think about though. And we had another match that was set up, and we talked about it. XPac challenging Janela. So that's Spring Break taking shape. We've got AJ Gray versus Mox, Dickinson versus Cardona, XPac against Janela,
already
and the Briscoes.
Yeah.
The Briscoes laid the challenge out to Hate Club. Now, did they say that was a Spring Break challenge, or?
I don't know if they did or not. I know there was some other shit going on with the Hate Club in a little bit, but like, it'd be interesting to see what happens. I could totally see it landing on Spring Break though.
Yeah,
I mean, they still got a show before we hit that weekend, so maybe it'll be just something that happens. But I can't see the
Atlanta
Briscoes.
show.
Can't see the Briscoes not fucking being in a title match during spring break. Like they have to be there.
Yeah, and I think I think Brett Lauderdale's going to kind of give that to them because their time was cut short at the World on GCW and the Hammerstein. And I think Jay and Mark were kind of sour about that match getting cut so short due to pay-per-view time limits.
Yeah. I mean, you're working fucking Nick Gage and Matt Tremont. Like, you have to. Yeah, I'm sure they had so much cool shit planned for that, and they just flew through it. We're like, fuck, like, here we go.
And the interesting thing about the Briscoes, like we talked, they kicked the match off, or the first event, Welcome to Heartbreak. They were the first match to kick the show off. But like, it was kind of a monumental thing. They're back at the Ukrainian Cultural Center because that's where they won the belts.
Yeah.
From Second Gear Crew when we did Blood on the Hills.
Yeah. So it's interesting. Good fucking storytelling. That's for damn sure. Like they really are wrapping shit full circle before this whole weekend of fucking crazy ass show.
Yeah. And that match they had with Jacob Fatu and Juicy Finale, like
unbelievable, man. That was fun as fuck. Like I was late as hell. I started the pay-per-view a little later. It was probably like 10 o'clock at night, maybe 11. I sat down and I was like, oh, cool. Like, let's go. Boom. It was fucking like by the end of the match, I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, yeah, motherfucker. Like they get you feeling it, man. And they did a great job with it. I thought it was a fucking awesome show. Fatu looked amazing.
Dude, he's so aggressive.
Yeah. They look like fucking, their ancestors. Like you watch it, you're looking at Ming and Barbarian. Like you're like, hell yeah, brother. Like,
I feel like every wrestler should have that level of like, it doesn't look like playtime.
Yeah. No, you gotta be fucking hard, man. Especially when you're one of those guys.
And his suicide dives, Jacob Fatu's suicide dives are just scary.
Oh, fucking absolutely terrifying.
Yeah. Anthony from the Titantron and Raw Down just popping in to say hello. Heard Joey Janela got shit thrown at him. Oh yeah.
Man, did he get shit thrown? XPac almost fucking took the worst of it because he was trying to sell. I mean, if there was a part where Lauderdale came in and he was like, get the fuck out of the ring. And then Lauderdale was pointing at people like, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. It was brutal, man.
And like we talk about, they're setting up the story for spring break. I do think we're getting, the last time we were in Los Angeles, if you remember, Jacob Fatu went after Starboy Charlie and his mom.
Yeah.
Same thing
happened
about
that. Totally forgot all about that.
Same thing happened this weekend. They find Starboy Charlie in the crowd. They go after him, but Starboy Charlie actually comes at them with the crutch, gets the upper hand. The Briscoes give him a high five. Briscoes end up picking up the win. And Jay Briscoe calls for the mic. They call for the rematch against Nick Gage and Matt Tremont. So that's going to be fun, man.
It's going to be good, man. And there'll be no time limit restrictions. So they'll lay out a banger, even if it's 1 a.m,
So next topic I want to kind of talk about is, it's kind of a controversial thing I want to speak on, because just putting it out there, I love Second Gear Crew.
Yeah.
Big Mance Warner fan, huge Matt Justice fan.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a big Phil fan. He comes out to Pantera with SGC. He comes out to Downs Lifer when he comes out for solo matches. So I'm all in on Matt Justice. Love Effie, love Alley Catch, love AJ Gray. The whole crew, awesome. But I feel like on the first night, Second Gear Crew, Matt Justice, Alley Catch, Gringo Loco is kind of a friend of SGC, and Dark Sheik, a friend of SGC. They're in a match against Team Reefer, Grim Reefer, Jimmy Lloyd, Jordan Oliver, and Jack Cartwell.
I love it.
Clusterfuck match like it typically is.
Goddamn right. Yeah.
SGC wins. Crowd loves it. Crowd pops. I had a good time with it. Second night, another SGC versus random team of people thrown together.
Yeah.
Typical SGC match, brutal, chaotic, chair shots, doors being broken. My question to you, Mike, do these second gear crew matches seem too predictable in the way they're laid out now? Like, is it just more of the same? Like, do we need a change, some sort of change with SGC?
You know, I would love to see some inner turmoil with
Yep.
SGC. Like, just maybe it's Effie. Effie's like, I can't do this shit anymore with you guys, you know, and Allie Catch walks with him, you know, like Bussy's out.
Yeah.
And like you know, bring in maybe even AJ Gray. Maybe AJ Gray kind of evolves after this Mox match. You know what I mean? And we just get like a little bit of separation would be good. You can always bring him back down the line.
Give me a turn.
Yeah.
Give
Effie
me
should be the turn. Effie's got shit going on right now.
Anything,
and he was the
like,
hottest dude like a month ago.
Yeah, like say, I mean, you could go so many directions. Say AJ Gray takes that title off of Mox.
Yeah.
Then you get Effie stabbing him in the back and going after that title, or have Matt Justice turn on Mance Warner. Or I want to see, I feel like we love second gear crew, but there's got to be a deeper story happen at some point.
Yeah, no, they can't be in these fucking multi-person matches. It can't always be a scramble tag match. Can't like there's got to be some momentum behind them. Be it a turn. I would love to see Effie go after AJ for the fucking belt. You know how crazy that would be.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, it would be really fun. I think it'll probably happen. There's a lot of, you know, Effie keeps playing the Effie's fine game.
Effie's not fine.
Yeah, I want Effie to go completely not fine and get fucking crazy.
Yeah, and look, man, like I kind of get, like, you're going to these new cities, fans of second gear crew, they want to see second gear crew. Me and Sneed on the flagship show back in the first year of it, we had one called Manders on, member of SGC. Awesome dude. And this isn't just a shoot crew. These are dudes who hang out after, like they're friends. Like it's a true clique. So I get that, like, this is these guys having fun, but for just the beauty of pro wrestling storytelling, I would be all over some infighting at some point.
Yeah.
Just to switch it up.
Listen, it happened with everybody. You know, it happened in DX, it happened with NWO, it happened with fucking you name it. There's always that wrench that deters the fucking train from the rails, you know, and that's what we need, a little bit of that to make them more I don't know, more entertaining. Not even entertaining, but more to give me something to bite, you know, give me something to chew on for a little bit.
Speaking of second gear, we got Matt Justice, AJ Gray, tandem dives off the top turnbuckles. We got
AJ Gray looks like he was placed there, like that.
Oh, I know.
It looks fucking fake, you know.
It looks like a Photoshop.
Yeah.
Then we got Mance Warner slowly making his return back into wrestling after that leg injury.
Hell yeah.
Look, man, I'm such a big fan of these guys. I feel like it's a lot of the same thing every show, and I just want a little variety. I'm not saying you have to split them up. Maybe that's not the right way to go. I'm just looking for something different.
No, absolutely. Like you could do Inner Turmoil without splitting the crew up. Much like what's going on in
with Inner Circle, when all that was kind of.
There you go. That's exactly what I was thinking about. Like you don't need to bust open the whole fucking show, a charade.
Right.
You know, just throw some fucking wrenches in the road, man.
Yeah, man. We need some chairs broken. We need Brett Lauderdale screaming.
Please stop breaking the fucking chair.
But just switch up the story a little bit.
Pop me every fucking time. So breaking the fucking chairs.
Real quick, for the people watching on YouTube, this means nothing to those who just have us in your ears right now, but we were talking Briscoes and Fatu. I have to show the Fatu lariat because it's just like,
Man.
Absolute awesome Samoan lariat, man.
Yeah, I love it. It's you cannot not watch a Samoan wrestling match and not be fucking like giddy. You know, you
I
see,
know.
you're like bad motherfuckers. Let's go. You know, it's
Yeah.
like watching the Road Warriors. You know, like
It
when
really
you're
is.
like stiff work. Yeah,
Yeah.
break
Yeah.
his fucking jaw. You know, like that's the realism comes out of it because you're like these guys are gonna kill him. Like
Right,
fuck
right.
yeah,
Man, like so I guess that's my hot take is the second
yeah.
gear crew situation, but
You ain't
another
wrong, man.
another thing I feel like we got to talk about is the Jimmy Lloyd Alex Zane death match.
Fuck. Don't fuck with your boy, Jimmy Lloyd.
This was like, you know, you've got those ones that kind of lean heavy into barbed wire. You've got the ones that lean heavy into light tubes. This one
Yeah.
was leaning heavy into pane glass.
Oh, it was brutal. It was fucking brutal.
I mean, there was
that was the big one. I think that's what really fucked up Alex Zane.
yeah, man,
Twisting
like,
corkscrew off the top rope through a pane of glass with Jimmy Lloyd underneath him. This is for our audio listeners. We're getting that ASMR going.
Yeah.
But holy shit, man. That was it was an intense death match.
it
I like
was
how they cut right into it too. They're like, nope, it's death match time, and everybody's like, hell yeah, let's go.
yeah. And man, like we're gonna show the injury that Alex Zane suffered. One of pretty nasty and the nastiest injury I've seen in GCW since we've been watching week to week.
Yeah, 100%, man. Like
And-
since Cardona's back got fucked up really bad. Like this is definitely
right.
This might be a little worse than that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a Zane. This might be the finish. This is Zane getting slammed by Jimmy Lloyd. I think this is the finish.
Yeah,
see, at that point, like he's already covered in blood. I'm wondering when the laceration happened because he suffered a brutal cut on his forearm.
Yeah.
And
glass in his eye. I'm pretty sure that I want to say that cut on his forearm was from that corkscrew fucking whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah.
Because he hit that glass right away. So I think that's when his arm opened up. And that's when the Kevin Gill was like, we got to get Sabu's team in here with the super glue. And it was like, fuck.
Super glue ain't going to help that cut, man.
No, that was brutal. I loved the Taco Bell spot, though.
Oh,
what was it? The taco, the thumbtacks and the taco shell with the Baja Blast fucking filled with thumbtacks. Fucking stupid, but popped me so goddamn hard.
So good. And Jimmy Lloyd ended up picking up the win, but brutal injury.
Yeah.
He got stitched up. He had it on his social media.
He's doing good. He got a party pack of tacos today and some fucking Zane sauce,
some Baja Blast. He's good to go.
He's doing good, but fuck, man, I really think they rushed the ending of it too because of what happened. Because I seen that move, and usually, like if you see something fall short of that pane of glass, those motherfuckers will set up another pane of glass and do it again.
Oh yeah.
So it was like, oh shit, we're good. And even then, Alex Zane's laying on the glass that he went through on that last spot. There's blood all over the mat.
Oh,
they're just Kevin Gill's shitting himself. He's like, that fucking bastard Jimmy Lloyd, that cocksucker. And you're like, go Kevin Gill, bro. But man, that was a crazy match. Jimmy Lloyd is awesome. Alex Zane, obviously, big fucking hats off. They killed it, man.
I was surprised at Alex Zane being in a death. I mean, Jimmy Lloyd, I expect it, but Alex Zane, I'm like, okay, he's going in death match. Let's do it.
He was ready to roll, man.
The next thing we have to talk about, I have like two more topics to talk about, but the Ninja Max spot.
Fuck.
So like before we set up the big spot, he had a pretty sweet, this guy's so acrobatic where he does kind of the back handspring flips.
Yeah.
And this guy could have been like, he's a male cheerleader in another life.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, man. For the Dallas Cowboys, you know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
top notch cheerleading, none of that pussy shit.
Yeah.
but my goodness, like we talked about it. Ninja Mac's great. It does better when he's in those scramble type matches, but this was a fucking showcase of the weekend. This is definitely one of my favorite matches that happened.
This was like that Gringo Loco Psycho Clown spot from a couple weeks
100%.
back.
But I felt like this was a little fucking more dangerous.
Absolutely.
These guys were beating the shit out of each other. On top of that, I don't even know what that is. Like, would you call that like an awning?
It was like
curtain?
The archway of
Yeah.
they were up.
They climbed up there, like
lip.
yeah, it was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
Mike Bailey does like the crouching tiger, fucking hidden
Karate
kimono
Kid
shit. Yeah. He was waxing on and waxing off.
And we'll get into Speedball Mike Bailey because he had a good weekend too. But Ninja Mac in the match, like they go outside of the ring, they set this table up, and it kills a door.
Yeah.
so they set the door up, and it kills me when they set these doors up because they set them on the chairs.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're so low to the ground. There's not a lot of shit to break your fall.
No, not at all.
Like you're just eating shit. When you go through this door, you're instantly hitting the ground.
Yeah, the air was probably thicker in there than the door was,
Exactly.
Fucking brutal, man.
So we're wondering, like, and it's off in the crowd, and then they work their way back to the ring. So we're like, what is going on? Why did he set that door up? Well,
yeah.
He goes back out there, grabs a big ass ladder, sets it up, climbs up onto the archway of this opening in the venue. I have a picture of the venue. Possibly it'll kind of give you an idea what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's very, very accurate.
Yeah, that archway way back in the back is kind of what they were up on. So they climb up there, they're trading kicks back and forth. And then, like you said, Mike Bailey pulls out the fucking Karate Kid crane kick. And here we go. Like,
fuck.
Look at that fall.
Yeah, that's not like that's probably close to a Hell in a Cell bump.
Easy.
Yeah, fucking like if it's not on point, it's a little bit bigger. Like that's a fucking fall, man.
I'm wanting to say they were gauging like it's like a 15-foot drop, maybe somewhere around that.
And Ninja Mac was just like, he looked down, looked back up at Mike Bailey, was like, "See you later, kid." Just fucking tumbled off. The impact, man. Fuck.
That's a spot. That's a Dudley Boy spot when you have like two tables stacked on top of each other to really break your fall. This is like a single door about 2.5 feet off the ground.
Fuck.
He left there for a while.
Yeah, no, it was like it doesn't. You don't need to sell. Like you're automatically selling at that point. Like that's something that like you ever fall out of a tree when you're a little kid?
Oh,
you land on your back and you're just like, it sucks the fucking wind. Like I don't know how the hell you can take a bump like that, especially on the fucking hard floor. Like at least when what Super Clown did it was like kind of turfy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like AstroTurf almost.
Yeah. This guy's just like fucking boom on the dance floor.
And so Ninja Mac's laying there lifeless. Speedball picks him up on his shoulders, carries him to the ring. And I love it because you're thinking this guy's out of it. He's concussed. He gives him the bird. And then Speedball hits a move on him and he kicks out, which got the crowd super into it.
Hell yeah.
And Speedball ends up picking up the win, but it was a fun match.
Yeah, man. Fucking crazy match. Fun times. Ninja Mac is always a good time. Mike Bailey's always a good time. Put them together. That's like fucking having breakfast for dessert.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
You're having a good fucking time.
Yeah. And so the other thing, Blake Christian's weekend. So Blake Christian on night one, welcome to Heartbreak. He had a match, phenomenal, pretty long match with Nick Wayne.
Yeah. Nick Wayne fucking killed it too there in that match. That was a fucking awesome watch. both guys beat the shit out of each other in a non-scary way.
Yeah.
Like it was a fun, like, actual sit-down wrestling match.
So high paced.
Yeah. Like, both of them are so fucking young.
Every
Like,
time
it's crazy.
T.I.'s music hits and Nick Wayne comes out, it gets me so hyped.
Yeah.
He had
And
new ring gear.
he's living the fucking gimmick right now, you know, and, like, good for him, man. It's got to be a fucking trip to be his age doing the shit he's doing right now.
You can see his confidence building every time he's out there.
Yeah.
And so Blake Christian picks up that win. And what's crazy is Blake Christian right now in GCW, since he returned from WWE, he's undefeated in singles competition.
Yeah.
Guy's on a roll. So night
roll.
2, he goes against Speedball Mike Bailey. What a match. What a match.
Yeah. No, and, like, I love these double headers kind of show you how badass these guys are, because they're doing 20, 30-minute matches back to back, night to night. Mike Bailey fucking is such a badass, and so is Christian. It's just, this was a perfect pair. You know what I mean?
Really
like,
was.
you get those Steamboat Macho Man matches out of these two, and you're there for it. You fucking love it, and they're not doing over the top, you know, glass spots and shit. Like, this is technical wrestling at its best. And,
A
like,
lot of
right
good
now,
counters.
yeah, it's our this generation's fucking Dean Malenko and Eddie Guerrero's, and, like, you're starting to see that, and, like, that's awesome, man. And I'm glad. Part of me growing up watching, you know, Dean Malenko, Eddie Guerrero, it's fucking badass to see dudes close to being half my fucking age out there doing this kind of shit, you know, and you're like, wow, man, like, fuck yeah, carry that shit on. Don't fucking disappoint. Like, keep fucking that hard work up, because that's good, man.
Yeah, these are the guys in 5, 6 years. I mean, fuck, tomorrow for that matter. But like, they are the future of this business, and what great matches we have, like, to look forward to. Blake Christian ends up going over on Speedball, and who's been on a tear himself. And Blake Christian at the Atlanta show in March, he has Jonathan Gresham for the ROH title. So that'll be, I think that was supposed to be at the Hammerstein, but it had, I think COVID kind of got in the way of that with Gresham. So
yeah,
they're getting behind Blake. I feel like he's a champion to me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, like, this young in his career, he's a fucking champion. You know, like, he's killing it right now. So I feel like they got gold painted in that kid's pocket somewhere.
Yeah. And after he picked up the win over Speedball, he grabbed the mic, and the fans are banging on the ring to show their appreciation. Blake says that Mike Bailey deserves to be in the category for best in the world. He says he's so good. Thanks Bailey, puts him over to the moon. Thanks him for testing him tonight. Blake says he hopes people will look at this match and realize that Bailey is one of the best in the world right now. Bailey takes the microphone, puts the mic down, gives Blake Christian a hug, then raises his hand. True show of respect. 2 pros. It was a lot of fun.
It was great, man. And what a way to close out the fucking weekend on, you know, main event shit. Oh, it's so good. Mike Bailey's just gangster.
Yeah, man. And just one, I have to give a little bit of props. We didn't talk about this, but just an honorable mention in our stories of the week. Thunder Rosa, Tony Deppen.
Fuck yeah. Awesome match, man.
Fuck stiff. Brutal.
Stiff, man.
Thunder, this Tom
Pelto in the house.
Like,
yeah, no, Thunder Rosa is a different side. Like, we see her on, you know, Dynamite and shit like that. She's great, but I feel like this is her environment. You know what I mean?
Like, completely just laying it in.
Yeah, like, she's just having this is her fucking letting loose and having a good time.
This is a match where for people that say intergender matches shouldn't happen. This is like a mind-changing match.
And Deppen fucking killed it. You know, it's just Deppen's got that piece of shit cocky attitude when it comes to, like, I'm better than the rest of the fucking arena here. And they're just beating the piss out of each other. It's great.
I mean, the way Ah.
That clothesline from her. She's a tough chick, man.
Yeah,
And
the
I'm here
way he
for it.
lays that kick in right there.
Yeah.
There's no pull. He's not pulling his punch on that.
No, not at all.
And I love the crowd. Just a quick little audio clip before we get out of here. The crowd chanting.
I love the little Homer Simpson. Ooh, like Tony Seven does right there.
So,
so good, man.
That's all I have, Mike. You have anything else you want to add before we get out of here?
Absolutely fucking nothing. It's gonna be so damn exciting the next month, and we keep going into it. Every time we end a show, we're like, the next shows are gonna be great, and they are. So I'm like, I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to spring break, WrestleMania weekend, all the shit. Give me that deathmatch show. We have to figure out our formula for that weekend to see how much we can actually cover.
I think
and
just
how good
spring break.
Right.
I'm
spring break and a match maybe from one like each other show. Just one match. You know what I mean? So it's not like balls fucking
Bloodsport. I want to watch For the Culture. I want to. All of them are.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what we
see. Exactly. You can only fit so many fucking shows in one weekend, and then you got to kind of watch a little bit of the Mania fallout. You know,
exactly. You
I'm
got
not
Mania that weekend too.
But I want to see Johnny Knoxville win, man.
Motherfuckers got to work.
Dude.
You know, we can't sit and watch wrestling all day.
Right.
Just a quick shout out to I got to shout out Kevin Blackwood. He had his first 2 GCW matches ever. He went against Grim Reaper, picked up the win. The first
Great
night
match.
He lost to Tony Deppen, but it was a solid match.
Yeah.
Another shout out to the match. Dr. Wagner against Homicide was a great match.
Hell yeah, that was.
A battle of legends. And that had Nick Gage on commentary, and I love Nick Gage had a line during that. He's like, I'd knock a motherfucker out if he gave me the finger and I didn't know him. And KG responded, "Amen."
Amen. Yeah, Nick Gage on commentary was a blessing, man.
I hope eventually that's where he goes after he retires in ring.
Yeah, I like him. Like even when he was doing the ring announcing,
yeah,
that was a fucking blast because he's like, "Yo, hold on," and he's looking at his notes and shit like that. Like you see like old man Nick Gage kind of come out, or he's like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, because I think he did the commentary for Jimmy Lloyd and Alex Zane, the death match. And last match shout out was Gringo Loco, our boy, going against Mascara Dorada, formerly Grand Metalik. Phenomenal
awesome
match.
Yeah, make sure you guys go check it out if you haven't. Again, these shows are cheap as fuck, and you're getting way too much shit out of it. Alex Zane should not be bleeding for my $14 the way he
No. So let's go ahead and get to our last 2 segments. Best bouts of the weekend, Mike. What do you got?
You know what? I have to give it to fucking Ninja Mac and fucking Speedball Mike Bailey, man. And like, it was just fucking crazy. That fall was great, but the match itself was really good too.
Yeah,
and they didn't break any fucking chairs. So I know Brett Lauderdale.
Yeah, they didn't break any chairs. So
please stop breaking the fucking chairs.
We don't have to worry about Brett fucking having a heart attack. My best bout.
It's a hard one, man.
Man, a part of me wants to go Tony Deppen, Thunder Rosa, but I think I'm gonna have to give it to Blake Christian, Speedball Mike Bailey.
Hell yeah, and fucking kudos to both. Like everybody on this fucking whole weekend was great,
and even XPac, man. Like there's some weight behind him just because it's his return and he looks so good.
Yeah, I think I'm just a Mike Bailey mark at this point. So I'm like, fuck yeah, man, Mike Bailey. Give us all weekend.
And finally, we pick our BMF of the weekend.
BMF of the weekend.
yeah.
Who is your BMF of the weekend, Mike?
Just because of the growth since we started watching this to where he is now, to calling out the GCW fucking champion, the motherfucking truth. AJ Gray, man, that promo, the fucking match this weekend, the fucking it's just everything. His Photoshop and him doing Air Gray, it's fucking sweet. But like that Mox match is gonna be killer. I can't wait for it. He is a bad motherfucker, and he is the bad motherfucker of the week for me, man.
Yeah, I had him high up there, and that promo alone with that match against ACH could have earned the BMF for me. But since you picked him, I'll go a different direction. I'm going to give my BMF of the weekend to Ninja Mac.
Hell
Motherfucker dove off of the top of that, went through a table and smacked that floor. I thought the guy was concussed. All the respect to Ninja Mac. That takes a BMF to do a move like that. So he is my BMF.
Big runner up to Zane, Alex Zane for sure. And listen, we got our first actual table spot.
Yeah,
during Alex Zane's match. Like,
right.
I was like, wait, is this thing gimmicked? Is it glass? I had no fucking clue. And then he goes over the top rope and goes through it. And I was like, there's a regular fucking table in GC. That was weird, man.
Tables are weird in GCW. It's always a door.
Yeah.
So yeah,
great shit, man.
Great weekend again. Guys, keep a lookout. March 12th, GCW will be in Atlanta for Astronaut. A lot of great matches on that. And then we have March 31st through April 12th, the spring break, night 1 and night 2. We got For the Culture. We've got Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 8. We got Gringo Loco's The World on Lucha. You've got Effie's Big Gay Brunch. You've got Planet Death. There's so many GCW events that weekend. It's hard to keep track of.
Hell yeah.
And again, guys, please, go give us a subscribe on Apple and Spotify. You can find us on the Turnbuckle Tavern channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click the bell so you know when we go live.
Everything. Ring the bell. Do it for the motherfucking truth.
Yeah, we got stuff on Teespring. We got coffee cups. We got cool hoodies. We've got stuff on Pro Wrestling Tees, if that's your sort of thing. theturnbuckletavern.com. If you go to theturnbuckletavern.com, you can find all of our stuff there. TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, all of that.
Links for days.
So we will be back after March 12th, Astronaut, probably on the Monday or Tuesday after that. We'll break all that down for you guys.
Cheap plug, because it might be on Tuesday, because my family runs the St. Patrick's Day Parade in Chicago on the north side. So
that's the beauty of the show.
It'll be that Sunday, and it's going to be great.
Float.
If you guys are in Chicago, we got Hornswoggle coming out. It'll be fun.
Make sure when you see Hornswoggle, just tell him.
Please stop breaking the fucking chair.
I know he likes to get drunk and get wild, so
I got some tiny chairs too. I don't want to fucking those shit. They're novelty items. They're more expensive than your normal size chairs. Little fucker.
So thanks everybody for sticking around, watching, listening. We appreciate you guys. Your support means the world to us. Until next week, we'll catch you for more fucking GCW.